Okay, guys, a crazy thing happened, and I can't believe it myself. There's a reason why it's such bad video quality here. I was in my sleep last night, and I was visited by the spirit of Ozzy Osbourne, if you can believe that. Um, and he spoke to me, and he said, "Sharon," and I was like, "No, I'm not Sharon. I'm Chris, known as Miami Six Man on social media, host of Fear the Living Pod, Believe This, other podcasts in the past." Is a yes, yes. I have a very important message to share with the world. Be in front of your computer with a video running, with a phone app to communicate, and just be in a very dark place, ready to record, and I'll contact you. So I don't know how any of this works, what to expect. So what's this? Ozzy? Is that is that you?
Sharon?
No, it's Chris.
Message.
Right. Um.
Grifters.
Okay.
Liars.
Okay.
Evil.
So what do you think about the psychics that have been saying they're communicating with you ever since you passed? Like you've had a bunch of psychics claim that. What are your thoughts on that, if you can say?
Shit.
Uh, well, yeah, I agree. Why do you think they do such things? Why do you think they'd be so evil?
Evil cells.
Well, yeah, I've been saying that. I've been noticing that a lot lately, and it's a shame that we have to live with that kind
Hell.
of thing here in the living realm. Did you say hell? That was hell, right? Um, okay, look, I have to ask you this because a lot of people have been speculating. Some people have been claiming to know. Are you? How do I say this? Are you
You.
in hell?
There.
Me? Wait. Here, this is hell. Uh, kind of tracks. So I mean, why bother?
Life.
Uh huh.
Necessary.
Life necessary. Okay.
Live in moment.
Okay. All right. That's a good message. It's very deep, Ozzy. Well, I couldn't think of a good way to end this, so I decided the best way to do is to thank you for all your great years of expressing yourself through song and entertaining us with most of the last years of your life, making our life on this hell plane that much more bearable. Well, thank you, and rest in peace.
Shadows creep in the daylight hours, bloodshot eyes and tall towers. Wolves in suits, they hunt and chase. Deadly other demons will face.
Hello, and welcome to Fear the Living. Tonight I'm here with my co-host, the awesome Stevie from Truth or Demons. Welcome back to your co-hosting duties. Thank you for being my co-host. Why am I acting like you're a guest? It's so weird. Okay, so how have you been? You've been doing a lot of crazy stuff lately. Like you got out that video. I'm going to link it below. The Annabelle Part 3 is fascinatingly, amazingly done. Not just the content, but the delivery was very pro-like. So good for that. I think you just did a live performance at a festival, the Fairy Festival in Tennessee. And you're
The
allowed to talk.
Fearsome Folklore Festival in Murfreesboro, Tennessee.
Awesome. It sounds like it did good and it was a good experience.
It was amazing. I loved it so much. And I'm sorry about the lag.
It's all right. It's all right. It's fun to watch the leg. People will be talking about it. It'd be great. You just did another one that's an interview with the reporter who part 2, the reporter who interviewed the nurses. Yeah. I personally, before we get talking too much, you got this other guy sitting down here we're looking at here. You're all like, who's that? Our friend and guest and actually a viewer of Fear the Living, Douglas Scarborough Fisher. Welcome to the show, Douglas.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Oh, we're glad to have you.
We're
Stevie
excited
said
you're here.
we are excited. I was like peeing my pants before, like, oh my god, Doug's gonna be on here. I'm gonna mess up. It's gonna be bad. I'm so nervous. I mean, so Doug,
We'll just go with it. It's fine.
have you caught up with Stevie's content with the Annabelle Part 3 and the interview with Jill?
I have. It's really interesting. I especially, I mean, I like both of them. But I especially like the new interview with the reporter, because it's really, even though it's been a long time since since the events that she was talking about happened, and maybe that could have colored her perceptions a little bit. It's really neat listening to how people actually were really working with Ed and Lorraine when they weren't like part of the crew.
Yeah, that's the thing that
I agree.
bothered me actually. I might be in the minority, but I feel like Jill was like part of. I feel like she was part of the grift. Like, I don't think she benefited from it other than having good stories to tell in the paper. But I think she was.
I actually, I'm sorry, I interrupted you again.
You're fine. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I actually thought that she may have been duped by Ed because she really thought they were genuine.
Like, she's one of those people
And
who.
she has no knowledge.
Yeah, the lag's getting
Sorry.
us. Yeah, the lag's getting us. Well, you think that she is one of those people who goes along with it because she thinks it's real. Like, she was completely convinced. You don't think she was part of it. You don't think she was knowingly trying to manipulate people.
Right. I think she was convinced by the Warrens. I think they duped her. And I don't think, back then, I don't think anyone ever thought to think they were being duped, Like, today we're very skeptical, especially when we're presented, excuse me, especially when we're presented with stuff we know we should question. Back then, it was, satanic panic days. If someone said that something, it's got to be true, so.
What do you think, Doug?
Right? And in fact, with the Satanic Panic stuff, the Warrens were adding to that because
Yes.
it seemed like every single case was, oh, this was demons, and the demons were brought in by witches, and the witches were brought in by Ouija boards. Like it always this.
Bring in the
just this hit
contradictions.
piece.
Yep.
It was just all this hit piece against folks that call themselves witches, or probably also add in people that are doing transcendental meditation, and
Some people are just
always,
different.
yeah, and just always being like, that's evil, that's why you have this demonic entity here.
Yep. Or
Even
music.
if there wasn't. Oh yeah. Oh god, the music thing, the backmasking and all that.
Yeah.
So I will say this. Something stood out to me, Stevie, because we have that week challenge going out. Where the Warning in-home investigation challenge, where we want people to report to us. No reports yet have come to us, by the way. But we want people to tell us they've been, investigated by Nesper, and they've had Nesper investigations and what it was like, but not in great detail. We don't need everything. We just want to talk to you. We just want to know you exist. We're trying to find facts. We're fact finders, truth tellers. So the thing I noticed about this interview with Jill is you asked her if there were any other fascinating, investigations she went on, and she couldn't think of any. Just the doll, and that makes me feel like not a lot happened. How many articles does Jill have on the Warrens written, actually? As she went traveling with them. You think there'd be an article for every investigation?
So there's 3 in total, the Annabelle one, and then 2 more of different stories. She didn't talk about the third one, but she briefly spoke about the one with the woman and the Ouija board. And she said that they chopped up the Ouija board and tried to burn it, and it wouldn't burn. And I asked her if she saw the board, after they tried to burn it. And she said, no, she saw it before, I think, but not after. And to me, that just says that, like, because of what I know about the Warrens and because of my opinions on their whole system, I think they purposely only told her so much, or purposely didn't let her see things. You know what I mean? Like, because Ed is so famous for telling us he's got all this evidence, but who has seen it?
But yeah, there's nothing to see. I think she
exactly.
so she used that classic journalistic technique of taking their word for it because she was friends with them. I hate to
I
say that. It
think so,
sounds so
and also,
negative. I'm
like,
sorry, Jill, but that's
well,
what I
no.
see.
Again, I think she didn't know to be wary of them. She just thought they were genuine people because
She had
that's how they
trust.
presented themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she trusted them.
Well, and they'd been working with, with the papers for quite a bit at that point, and just being like, "Hey, we're doing this talk. Hey, we're doing that talk.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about witches and demons and Ouija boards and
Yeah,
the
and
difference
also,
between apparitions and ghosts that keep switching."
yeah, and also Jill told me that she didn't seek them out to write about them. They sought her out. They came to the newspaper, and she was assigned to write for them.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay,
so at least
so
that's how it
it's
started.
starting to make more sense
Yeah.
to me how the whole, because this happens in a lot of like cultic like friend groups and tribal groups where like you make sense of things that don't make sense because you benefited somehow from these people. They did something for you. So you feel like you owe them and you don't believe they didn't do any wrong.
Yeah. And at the time, they weren't really labeled as scammers yet. Everyone took them at their word at the time.
We didn't have a lot of Joe Nichols running around yet yelling about him.
Right, exactly. They
Actually,
didn't encounter Joe Nickel, I think, until the 80s.
Actually, I'd say Joe Nickel was actually pretty calm considering the way he gets yelled at by Ed on stage, but he took a pretty good beating back then.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
Joe
And
Nickel,
so, like, chill and calmly. He was just so unbothered.
So, Doug,
he
you
was the
keep
one that
on
was on
here.
the Sally Jesse show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That line he says is the best line in the history of debunking, I think. I've never seen a house that's haunted, and I don't think the Warrens have ever seen a house that's not haunted, that they don't think is haunted.
Yes. I
But,
love that one.
unless it's not going to benefit them in book form or in in the movies. But this kind of wraps into what what you wanted to come on for, Doug. What did you come on the show for besides the fact that you love hanging out with us?
Well, there's been all this stuff around the Warren house just getting sold to Matt Rife and I'm blanking on his name because they never put it in the articles. Elton, thank you. I'm so
Yeah, they
sorry,
always leave
Elton,
him out.
honestly. But especially there's so much reaction in the online sphere of people going, oh, but they don't know what they're playing with. And, concerning Annabelle and the other supposedly cursed objects. But then also tie into the thing of the Warren's grandson saying that, well, he wasn't consulted in this and he doesn't agree with this. And, and then also trying to say that from the very beginning, the Annabelle thing was an egregore with all the way back to the beginning with the nurses.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people are probably sitting there going, what's an egregore?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You may be the only person I've ever seen or known that actually knew right away what that was. Maybe Florio.
Yeah, I had to look it up.
Florio might have known.
Yeah, I wondered how many people did know because I had to look it up. I'd never heard of it. It reminded me of a tulpa. We talked about that.
The Topa, yeah.
So it winds up being different traditions or faiths, names for similar activity. One of them, I think the Tulpa, but I'm not sure, was like a Buddhist philosophy. But it's really how it's regarded in the paranormal sphere at this point is Tulpas, egregores, and thought forms are kind of all the same things. Effectively, it's us haunting ourselves. It's us
Manifesting it.
Yes, like putting energy out there, dwelling on certain stories. Maybe it's a certain area where the wrong, an incorrect ghost story has been told for years, and investigators come in and they start getting activity related to that wrong ghost story.
Are you saying that it's like psychologically they're manifesting something real, or are you saying it's in their head? What do you mean by that? Because I still have trouble working that out, even though
Depends on who you ask, I think.
Was that?
Yeah, it depends on who you ask. I'm sure that Kenny Biddle would be like, nope, this is not a thing whatsoever. I'm sure. and I love Kenny.
Yep. And Chris would say it's absolutely 100% a thing.
Who would say that? Me?
But but there
Who did you
have
say would
been
say that? I'm sorry, Stevie. Who did you say would say that?
Chris would say it was.
Chris. Is there a
McKinnon.
Oh, McKenna. Okay, I'm like,
oh yeah.
when did I say that? Go ahead, Doug. I'm
That's
sorry.
why we were
Oh, I'm
confused.
so sorry.
McKenna. Yes. We were talking about McKenna. I should pay attention to my own show. Go ahead.
So what it seems to, what the information that I have checked out, and even videos that I've brought up and everything, you can go all the way back to the Philip experiments that were done up in Canada, where a group of researchers actually created their own ghost. They came up with a background and like when he died, and kind of like the events of his life and everything, and just would meet at a regular time every week and just kind of meditate and just try to push that, just push that story forward. And they started getting activity. Some of it included table tipping, which traditionally was a very easily faked kind of activity. But the video with these folks, they're like having to chase the table across the room as they're still trying to hold on to it. So it's really interesting looking at the things that they got. But the other fun part is if they were being all dour and serious, not that much would happen. But if they were actually joking around and being kind of happy, like stuff would actually happen easier.
That's really interesting to me. The
really
different
funky.
emotion thing.
So
It's really strange.
So I believe in energy and stuff. Like I think I've questioned a lot recently if that's even remotely possible. But I remember talking to Stevie on Truth or Demons like a year ago now. Has it been a year? Like a year ago now, and we agreed that like the Ouija board does nothing, but the people using the Ouija board could potentially bring that out. But I don't know if I believe that. Like I believe it's possible, but I don't know that it does. Like what we've talked before about, I saw a documentary where they did the power of prayer, and I'm increasingly less religious as I go through life, but like, so I don't think it has anything to do with God or angels, but a bunch of people prayed in this study and they got what they were trying to pray for to happen. And it was like, I want to say it was peer reviewed, but I can't say for sure on that. But if that's true, then yeah, power of energy, positive or negative, can make a difference. And it's true.
Yeah, and the collective consciousness thing.
Actually, we've lived this. We've lived this in our lives. I can give you a real life, everyday example using a TV show that's fictional. Seventh Heaven is a show I never watched in my life, but I saw the intro of an episode once. And this person was having a good morning. She was so happy. And she opened the door for someone, and they said thank you. And she was smiling, and the person smiled back. She went to the clerk at the counter, and the clerk at the counter was having a miserable day and talked to her very badly and negatively. So she went to the next place, and she was negative to somebody else, and they were negative. And then like half the town was negative because one person pissed off another
chain
person.
reaction.
That actually happens. That actually happens. That is negative energy.
Yeah, I think the power of thought is real.
I mean, it's a very real thing where if you have it in your mind that you're going to have an awful day, well, you're going to have an awful day. You're not going to be seeing any joy or anything else that's going on. You're just going to be stuck in your own headspace and just see everything that happens negative. You drop the pen like, oh, that's because of the bad day that I'm having.
Or normally be like,
so,
okay, well, let me
just
pick it
drop
up.
the pen.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
just pick it up, keep using it. You're fine.
Right. I
Or
go through
think
that.
about like when you dropped that pen, you had to bend over, and you may have missed being hit by something flying across the room. See, the silver line.
saved by some chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even if it's just somebody trying to fling a rubber band at you or something.
Yeah. I try to see that optimistic side of everything, and it annoys a lot of people in my life.
I think it's great because so Stevie because she is so thorough with the Warrens, gets a lot of hate. And people say such horrible things about her. The thing is, if you know this person, if you've experienced this person, that understanding thing, like Doug, you'll understand this, and everybody watching will understand this. We have friends who are lifelong friends, and we have a misunderstanding, and it turns into a fight. And then you either lose your friendship or you almost lose your friendship. There are times when you're innocently about to approach somebody with something who you think this is going to really offend them. And it does. That's never going to happen with this person up here at the corner of the screen. Like, I thought for sure that I was going to just tick her off like 15 times just related to this podcast. It's not that kind of person. She's not fighting people. She's just telling the truth.
It takes a lot to make me mad.
Yeah, and people have made you mad. It does happen.
And it took a lot. It took a lot for that to happen. You know, I think we've seen some of the evidence of that online in the chats on the videos and things. You know, it's like somebody has to keep on pushing and pushing and pushing to actually get a reaction.
Yeah, like I don't believe that you can. Sorry, I'm multitasking. I shouldn't be. I don't believe that you can. You can manifest Annabelle to being a haunted doll, though.
So my thoughts on that, because like I am on board with the thought form thing. I'm on board with collective consciousness thing. I'm on board with energy. I'm on board with a lot of that stuff, and I believe in the possibility of a lot. But because of Annabelle having so many backstories, if what Chris McKinnon has said is true, then the Warrens have been wrong the whole time.
Well, that's the thing, right? So we have 3 different versions of history existing simultaneously. There's the Warrens version, there's Tony Spera's version, Nesper's version, and then there's the Warren Foundation's version with Chris McKinnon. They're all bullshit, but they're all different.
Yeah.
If you're gonna believe any of them, what are you gonna? So you see what I put on the screen here. This drives me fucking nuts. So there's Annabelle locked away safely in a box where she can't hurt anybody. But the demon's on the back of a motorcycle cover the motorcycle's eyes, so he gets into an accident. I'm missing the girlfriend in this picture. She was even able to make the demon take this motorcycles down a road that doesn't exist yet, and past a restaurant that doesn't exist yet. But the whole thing is, that the demon who's attached to Annabelle can leave the house and cause this motorcycle accident and has to come back, I guess, but can't lift the latch of the little door.
What's the point of the box if it can do that?
Right,
What
because
are the
then they try to
rules?
say, oh, this is a blessed box and the demon cannot get out of here. Oh, except for that time with the motorcyclist. Oh, except for that time with the priest there.
What are the
You know,
rules?
it's like, well, wait a second. It's always being changed.
The rules change.
Sometimes,
the narrative of the time.
sometimes it's whatever you're thinking at the time when you say it for these guys. Sometimes it's to cover another lie. We gotta move those goalposts so it makes sense. And it doesn't, though. It doesn't work.
Right.
Look at this thing with I gotta talk about this. This happened recently. Folks, this is our second time recording this. The first time had audio issues, but the something's happened since we tried to record this the first time. Good old Ryan Dayton over at Paranormal Theory, that idiot. He told a story. Did he tell this on the air? He told us on the air, right? Stevie, do you know?
I think so.
I think so. He
I don't
said.
remember.
He said.
I don't know
I
about
think
this
he
one.
did.
I heard this one.
He was propping up just how dangerous Annabelle is. And he says, yeah, this is after trying to tell people and being angry at people for blaming Dan Rivera's death on Annabelle, which I don't think people should blame Dan Rivera's death on Annabelle either. I think that's disgusting. But he was like,
I agree with that.
so he was like, I felt like I was punched in the chest when I was with Annabelle once. I passed out, and I woke up with Wade rubbing. What is he rubbing? An oils on his chest, like a blessed oil or something on his
Yeah.
chest.
Oh my god, yeah.
So a couple things about this.
I think it was oil, yeah, blessed oil.
So
Oh, that feels weird. Okay.
we got to ask
Let's
Dayton
keep
about
going.
that.
Yeah.
I don't know. but
He said it was blessed.
oh, it was blessed with the sweet touch of Wade. If you wake,
Blessed and furious.
first of all, if you wake up and Wade is sitting over you rubbing oils on your chest, you might need therapy. You might need to see a doctor. Also, if you
might
passed
need to
out,
at least go, what are you doing?
if you felt a pain in your chest and you passed out, seriously, Ryan, see a cardiologist. You probably need it. It was
Oh,
not.
Yeah, you should go to the doctor.
What's the point of all these blessings and prayers and all these rituals that supposedly happen daily if Annabelle's going around causing accidents and people to have chest pains and pass out? What are the rules?
Exactly.
That's,
I don't understand why we push this story of her being so dangerous to you as a person and to your physical being. She is dangerous. Yet when stuff happens to people that is really scary, like death, oh, it's not the doll. She didn't do that.
You know what else is not manifested from your brain? Doxing. Because of all the things that I'm changing modes quickly because we don't want to have the longest podcast in history. But like doxing. And guys, get ready. If you've been sitting through this and you're wondering how long it's going to be, oh, you see the time on there. It's a little longer. But the doxing's one of the horrible things people said about Stevie, saying she's doxing people, that we dox people. When we say we, I mean anybody who's against these people. But there's a woman out there, we're not going to say her name, we're not going to get too detailed, who accused Stevie of doxing. This is one of Stevie's harassers. And because she told everyone about Joe Landry. Can I say Joe's name? Yeah, I can say Joe's name.
Yeah.
That's his real name, by the
Yeah,
way,
he
just
got
so
it.
you know.
Yeah, he's got it on his
Also-
YouTube handle, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
it's on his
also
handle.
also known as Joe King, which is the
Joking.
Yes.
weirdest false name that I ever heard.
Yeah.
Just joking. This is one of those things he envisioned that everybody would laugh about in 20 years when he writes the What Really Happened book or something. But like,
Yeah.
Smiling and nodding like, what are you doing with this? Okay.
when she told everybody that Joe was a convicted PDF file, that he assaulted an underage child. Now she got the age wrong at first and corrected it like in people with integrity do. She went out of her way to get it right, like she does.
Yeah, it wasn't even that I got it wrong. It was that the print that was published on the website cut it off. It was supposed to say a child under 14, and one of the reports cut off the 4. So it appeared to say a child under 1.
Yeah, so
Which, of course, would have been even worse, and it's already pretty
Right.
dang
But
bad.
Yeah,
I did correct that was not what it was.
I'd hate to put levels on it. It was still an adolescent going through puberty, and that's pretty disgusting.
Yeah.
That should not be forgotten or ignored. Bert, from we're not in the business here. We don't want to be those guys. We don't want to come on here and hurt other people's podcasts and tell you go at them. And I'm not sending you after him. Don't go with his comments and stuff. Like he knows what he is. But this guy did a podcast telling Joe's story, and we all called it out that this was not only a fake story that was proven false, but you're propping up a child predator. And Bert just ecstatically couldn't give two shits. He's like, I don't care. This is good
Yeah,
content.
He even physically said on his show, we don't care about our guests' pasts.
No matter what it is.
You
That's
should
so
care about a
horrible.
little bit of that.
Just a little bit. Yeah, because you're associating what you're doing when this is a platform. Hopefully you don't turn out to be some sick, horrible person, Doug. But this is a platform. Retrace Your Echoes is a platform. You bring someone on and you platform them. What you're doing is promoting them. You are saying, I sign off on this individual.
Right.
Mhm.
I don't care what
And,
notes
and
on
there
the
are a
screen.
couple of there are a couple of shows that Joe has been on that people have pointed out his past, and they have taken down the episodes and gone, "We did not realize this. We're very sorry." So to
Mhm.
just blatantly go, "No, I don't care about anything in the past," just seems like a
Yeah.
very weird stance to take.
It's
Agree. And then double down and threaten me again to expose me.
and that's where the doxing came, right? So these people are sharing information. It starts with Tony Spearer, we believe. It starts with Tony Spearer because he had to find with help from other members of Nesper, find Stevie's personal information to be able to serve
Oh,
her.
that was with from help. That was help from Get Haunted.
He got that from Get Haunted.
Yeah, because they used Rob's lawyer.
I keep forgetting that part. Yeah, so they go through Rob's lawyer to get
Yep. A
Stevie's
lot of people don't
information.
know that part.
Well, now
So
they
it's
do.
just a tangled background.
So Tony's part of the process. He tried to sell Joe's story. The only reason he took it down is he got called out, and he's worried about optics. I think he still wants to put the book out. I think he still wants to tell Joe's
Oh, I
story.
think so too.
I mean,
He's
this is a guy.
so mad that got shut down.
This is a guy running around with Arnie Johnson, like promoting a murderer as some kind of folk hero or the paranormal.
Like he's a hero.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I don't think he
especially
cares
with-
about Joe Landry's past. I mean, some people have a line they draw with that, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, and
Even
speaking
just
of
the-
Arnie, Elton
Go ahead.
name dropped Arnie in that live like it was so cool to meet
He
him,
was
like
excited.
he was some paranormal hero.
Oh yeah,
I was like, "Excuse me?"
that really blew. That gets passed over, and people forget about that. I did notice
Yeah.
that. I did not notice that. that is surreal. When he said that, I was like, well, I'm glad that was in passing, and he stopped talking about it because I would have put my fist to the phone. I mean, that's crazy. That is crazy.
I'm wondering on that score if that's partially just they've been hanging out with Nesper more, and Nesper are like, "Oh, hey, you got to meet this guy. He's related to this other case." And they're just like, "Okay."
Yeah, a lot of people don't even know about
him.
him. Like the younger people, they're not even aware of what he did.
Yeah,
They just go, "Oh, the devil in the courtroom case. Yeah, that one."
Yep.
he was possessed by the devil.
Yeah, he didn't do anything wrong. It was demons.
Check out Stevie's
And
the Devil Made Me Do It podcast episode on
Oh,
YouTube.
absolutely.
Truth or Demons, got to check it
Yeah,
out.
the
I'll link that
interviews
too.
were amazing.
I loved those interviews. They were so good.
I think you've become really good friends with Carl. I think
Yes, Carl is fantastic. Carl Latzel is awesome.
It's rare that you meet somebody who's like the real deal to that degree. And
Yes.
it's sincere. So I was talking about doxing.
In this field, yes.
So I was talking about
Yes,
doxing.
doxing.
So basically Sarah and Rob, one or the other, someone there, shares that with Tony. Tony would have had to have shared that with the unnamed lady, who shared it with Joe Landry.
Mhm.
So within a week, this is doxing, guys. Within a week, because doxing is a method of revealing someone's identity, their location, their personal information to
With malicious
embarrass
intent.
and with malicious intent. Telling
And their
people,
employers a lot of the time.
telling people that there's a PDF file running around trying to get fame in your environment is not to embarrass him. It's a warning. It's information that you need.
It's to keep our community safe. I was
Yes.
just at a convention with tons of children.
Although you can say
Right.
with tons of PDF files. Whoa!
No.
At the Fairy
I was
Festival will
thinking
be
while I
tons
was
of
there,
children.
like I had to go talk about the story. Yeah, and there's kids all around, and like my stories have inappropriate things in because of the people in them. And I'm like up on stage, and I'm seeing all these children running around, and I kept thinking, if they had succeeded at platforming this man in his story, he would be at events like this with people's children.
Right. I'm glad
He's
he
still
wasn't
trying to
there.
get into it, isn't he?
Yeah, he tries to go join ghost hunts on Facebook all the time. Well, he did. He's not on Facebook anymore because he claims he was getting too much harassment, but it's actually because Facebook doesn't allow you to have a Facebook if you are a PDF file.
That's Arnie. Oh, no, that's Joe you're talking about. I think she froze on us. That's Joe you're talking about?
I know she's still there.
All right, so I thought he came back. I thought he came back and
Yes.
started harassing again, didn't he?
Well, on
Recently?
YouTube, right?
He did, and then it got shut down again.
Oh, it got shut down again. Good.
Now he's
Good.
on. Now he's just on YouTube, and he posted a. Yeah, and he posted on YouTube that he was being harassed too much on social media, so he shut them down himself. But that's not what happened.
Wow. Yeah, he's being harassed. Okay. All right. So
I've heard that kind of thing before with people. Yeah.
so important point here to this doxing story on Stevie is Rob messages me and talks to me about a podcast I did on Believe This about his drama. I'm going to get into the word drama too because I'm tired of that shit. We'll talk about drama. But the Rob messaged me talking trash to me, and then he starts mentioning Stevie's sordid past, how she was a criminal, and what her real name is. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's not really saying it all. He's teasing it. I got this information on your friend, and I can use it against her. And I'm like, why are you doing this? This is not. You don't see that this isn't normal. Within a week, I think it was less than a week, wasn't it, Stevie? You got a message from Joe King, or Joe Landry. You got a message talking about
An ultimatum.
An ultimatum, mentioning everything, his version of Stevie's past that he believes and knows, everything, even stuff that's not relative to anything, and threatens her by 6 p.m. tonight or release it all. So within a week,
Yep.
within a week, Rob mentions this to me, and Joe Landry makes the threat in full detail. Because Rob doesn't control Joe. Rob doesn't control Joe. So here's the thing. You know what you're doing, right? Rob gets pissed that Seg, side-eye guy, put a side-by-side photo of Rob and a PDF file next to each other. No, I understand why you did it. Rob might not like pedophilia. He might draw the line of pedophilia. He might not like it. But he didn't mind sharing information with a pedophile. Oh God, I'm saying the word, right? The PDF file enemy is my enemy type of thing. You know, it's so weird, but I couldn't do that. I couldn't have such low integrity like that. So
And he denies any contact, but if you look at the timeline, like you said,
yeah, so these people were fine with this PDF file. Yeah, it all lines up. So to go along with doxing, a friend of ours, I won't mention because I didn't talk to them beforehand if it was okay to mention it, but I will say that it was Chris Smith that did it. Chris Smith, I want to apologize, not to Chris Smith. I want to apologize to the viewers of Believe This. If you followed me from Believe This and you know me from that and you watched that show on the wonderful documentary on Hulu, The Monster Inside, about the monster that is Russ McKamey. He is a monster and he deserves everything he gets. And Chris was doing the right thing, fighting that fight. But I think he's an opportunist. I'm sorry that I made you believe in some way, or you're led to believe by watching my show, watching my interactions with him, that he was a good man. Because I believed he was a good man too. And Stevie might back me up on this. It seems like I kind of needed him to be a good guy in this. Like I wanted him to be the good guy in this. Because we were in private chats we talked about before, and people were like, "Oh, Chris Smith is involved. The guy from Girls vs. Boys. This guy from McKinney Manor. This guy's doing this." And I'm always saying, don't judge a person by the friends they keep. They know what they know, and he's proven himself to be in the correct company. He is a guy who learned everything he knows from Russ McKamey, and he draws the line at sexual assault. He draws the line at SA. He does that, but he's not a good person. He doxed a friend of ours, and he admitted. He made a post under his own account talking about, yeah, I did it. And it's like, he did it using alternate Facebook accounts we found, like a little old lady on a porch. Like, who does that? I don't have enemies. I have people who are out to get me, who are my enemy. But I don't feel the need to make fake Facebook pages to get around things. Like, I don't care what you're saying. I don't care what you're doing.
Yeah.
There's a
yeah,
Facebook
they put a lot
group,
of effort into that.
so much effort. Chris has a Facebook group that's slightly different name from his ex-girlfriend's Facebook group. So that if you go looking for his ex-girlfriend to find out what people are saying about Chris Smith that you haven't been seeing in the mainstream, you will end up in his group instead by accident, like a honeypot, and he'll know who's checking up on him.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
But I gave him the
That's
benefit of the doubt
horrendous.
so far. I think he's in on this shit with Get Haunted. I think he knows exactly what's going on, and I don't think he cares. Because Get Haunted did a video recently, and I'll get into the background of it, because this is Find Out Day. They fucked around, and today's Find Out Day. They did a video where Sarah Villani, Rob's business partner and sex buddy, and we'll get into it, said that I got into her financial files. Like, I hacked her bank account and found out how she's spending her money because I didn't want to rob her. I didn't want to change anything.
Yeah.
I just wanted to
Went through
browse
all that
around in her
effort
bank account.
to look at it.
What?
Why would anybody do that?
I wouldn't. You know why? Because anyone who hacks a bank account or does any kind of hacking to that level, I don't know how to hack a bank account, but I know enough to know that no matter how much protection you use to fake your identity or spoof stuff or use VPNs or whatever, you will be tracked down and found out. Nobody has ever not got caught. Not that I know of. No one's ever not got caught.
Exactly.
It's a ridiculous cartoonish
And if it
thing
happened,
to
why
claim.
didn't you file a report about it?
Yeah, and it's not just the video.
Oh, exactly.
There's following videos over a few weeks where she's saying it. She's referring to it. It's on Facebook where they name me specifically to make sure that they know they're saying I hacked her bank account. They got people sympathizing with them that this weird hacker guy is hacking her bank account. It's sick.
That is all it's about, is to get people to sympathize with them because they're a victim now.
So let me tell you how I did it. How I found out Sarah Villani's finances, as she says.
So allegedly, yes.
I have seen. If you trust me, you trust what I'm saying, you trust that I've seen this. I'm not showing you the receipts because I don't have permission to show the receipts. But I have the receipts. Stevie's seen them. If you believe Stevie, you can believe what I'm saying here. There are chats that exist, in Rob's own words, where he talked about buying a ring to propose to Sarah. Sarah's a married woman. There are chats where I want to say there's chats. I can't remember if it was here, if it was somebody said they heard it. But Rob used to brag about how great her tits were and how great the sex was. He'd brag about it to everybody to listen. Everybody knows about it. And I know that because there is a chat where Rob's roommate, Danny, tried to suggest him, just tell her everybody knows you guys are together already. They're having an extramarital affair. So that's scandalous. That's salacious. Chris, why are you doxing their relationship? That's not for you to do. And I kind of feel that way too. There is a reason though. Because I don't give a shit that they're having an affair. Stevie doesn't give
Nobody
a shit.
does.
I doubt nobody cares that they're having an affair. Not even the people they attack, Kristen, all these people. Here's what happened. Go ahead.
Knows about it.
Yeah, everybody knows about
Everybody
it.
knows about it at this point.
What people don't know, what people didn't know before just now, I think, is Stevie and I have seen the chats. We know about it. It's a fact. It's not a speculation. It's not a speculative thing. It's not hearsay. Well, it's hearsay from this because we're not showing it, but it's not hearsay to us. We've seen it. Not hacked, not altered. So why do we care to say that? Why am I pointing it out and embarrassing them and possibly destroying their family life and hurting their children and hurting Sarah's husband?
They're grown children, by the way.
They're grown children, older than
Not
my child, by
children.
the way. My child has
They're
talked to
adults.
me and asked me if I'm a hacker that's hacking bank accounts, and it makes me want to cry thinking about it. But, you know, because Rob does that. Anyway, so when that happened, a mysterious Proton email was brought up by Rob. That he says, a Proton email, if you don't know, because even in IT for many years, I didn't know. By the way, that's why they're calling me a hacker, because they've all looked at my IMDb page. I keep saying that, my LinkedIn page. I've seen Rob, specifically Rob in Third Eye Productions Entertainment, LLC, Incorporated, directors, producers, actor, whatever the hell their name is. They've looked at my LinkedIn page. They know that I have 30 years of IT experience, so they think I'm a hacker. We can just say that. What can we say? Real quick before I go back, I was doing backstory. I'm jumping around a little bit, but the reason I say Chris is in on it is because he was in the chat laughing about the hacking and also on Facebook saying, making comments too. And he's done things like that to other people that I'm not sure are true, the things he says about them. And I think this might be an MO for him. That's speculation. But back to the thing we know for a fact, this affair thing. Proton email, that's what I was telling you about, is an email you can send where it's not real traceable and you don't know who sent it. So you can be mysterious with it. And this email supposedly was sent to Sarah's husband to tell him what Rob tells people in private is that don't know that there was an affair, that might care that there was an affair, tells them that they were being accused of having an affair to Sarah's husband so that they can get Sarah and Rob in trouble. So they were just causing trouble because Sean was upset that he's no longer part of Get Haunted because Get Haunted's that exclusive and elite and awesome that you want to be part of it. And Kristen, because she was so obsessed with Rob and Rob would not return her affection. This is all smokescreen shit.
He had to tell her 3 separate times to stop hitting on him.
This is all smokescreen bullshit. This is all smokescreen bullshit
liar.
because he doesn't want to talk about the affair, right? So he's saying the affair wasn't real, but they try to claim it, which raises.
Except he's the one that brought it up.
Yeah.
Well, it raises questions, right? I have questions like, did that email reach her husband? But did they have to convince him it's not happening? Did they intercept the email somehow? And if so, how? By hacking?
Yeah.
By hacking his email account?
Yeah.
How does she check his email every day? We don't have answers on that. There's never details about that given. Was that really a real email that was really sent? Or is it just made for internet? And I just found out recently, you were in that chat, Stevie. I didn't know. Rob has sent Proton emails in the past before all this fallout with these people. He used Proton email before.
Yep.
So anyway.
Yeah, I remember hearing that. Yep.
So it could be there was never even an actual email, but it's a thing that he uses so he knows to refer to it.
There's an email, but we don't know if it was ever sent to her husband. Or who,
we don't know if
he made it himself for all we know.
Or,
maybe some people speculate, I don't know. Some people speculate Rob set it up to try to get her to leave her husband, to cause them to break up so that he can be with her, which is pretty. I don't want to give that full credibility because it is such speculation. Like I can't say that's what happened. Right. Anyway, we're talking about this people's relationship and it feels weird, but here's the thing. That was the launching point. That was the rocket on the back to start the campaign of hatred versus Kristen and Sean and Victor and Taryn and other people. Nobody even knows their names yet. Some of you don't even know who they are, but there's plenty of names to list.
In Mendacity, I had an inbox full of people. They just didn't. They were scared. They didn't want to come forward.
People try to stay anonymous, right? Some of them might be anonymous. But here's the thing: he went in this chat. My understanding is Rob has about more than we can count right now, separate private chats with different people in them. But he's in this one chat with Michael Castro, who is an accused murderer, but he wasn't even acquitted, but he won a case to get like millions of dollars for being compromised because the case didn't go his way. It didn't go their way. They didn't have the evidence they needed, and they held him too long.
They fumbled it.
They fumbled it twice. He's in the chat, and our friend Taryn's in the chat. And he posts a picture of Kristen with her name and address. It's completely unrelated to what they're discussing. Rob says we've seen edited versions of that chat. Yes, online you've seen edited. I've seen the full chat, days worth. It's not misleading at all. Just randomly gives her information out to these two people because he wants to turn these people on Tara and train them on her. That's doxing. That's doxing. What he says, and this is all because the affair. He uses that as a justification for hurting other people. And he puts pictures of his 2 guns. One's for the dog, one's for her. He's going to behead the dog. We've all seen the screenshots. That happened. He told
And then later he
Stevie
tries to say, "Oh, it was a joke." You don't joke about
it was
that
a
kind of stuff.
joke, but we have audio where Stevie was interviewing him privately, and in that, I heard it from Stevie, but it was just us between us. But I heard the audio, and he's saying, "Yeah, I wanted blood. I was angry. I was frustrated. Yeah, I wanted blood. Yeah, because he was so enraged because it was a joke."
Yep.
So no, that doesn't track at all. So you got the doxing of Stevie, the doxing of our friend, the doxing of our other friend Kristen, and then there's an audio out. Miss Angelina Rivera from Bad to the Bone Paranormal, one of the worst podcasts I've ever seen. Again, not trying to hurt other people's podcasts, but she should not be on a platform. I also worry about her mental state, so that's just a personal, private thing. Get help. Honestly, seriously, I'm worried about you, Angelina. But anyway, this woman has provided audio that's being sent to everybody, heard by everybody. It's been heard on Get Haunted's YouTube channel that 23 people saw. That says it's an audio of Kristen without her permission, putting that on there, saying, yeah, right. Audio of Kristen saying she didn't think it was a threat. And I've had people approach me. I've heard audio. She didn't think it's a threat, dude. You're backing the wrong horse in this. I'm like, no, you don't get it. And I couldn't remember at the time, so I didn't even defend it. And maybe if I could remember, I still wouldn't have defended it because fuck you. But there's more to that audio where she says it was a plan and a fantasy. It wasn't a threat. A threat would be directly to somebody. Context matters. And if you watch,
Yeah, exactly.
if you watch Get Haunted, which I know none of you do because why would anyone watch that? But if you watch Get Haunted, they play the audio and Rob says quickly, all right, you stop it there. Stop it there. We don't need to hear the rest. Because if you heard the rest, you would hear what was really happening in that conversation.
Because that's what they do. They
You don't need the
manipulate
next sentence?
situations to cut out information to make them look a certain way.
So this is why I'm being accused of hacking. Angelina had a surgery. A minor surgery. This is how I found Sarah Villani's finances out. She had a minor surgery and posted on social media that she thanks Get Haunted and all these names of people affiliated with Get Haunted in that inner circle for the chocolate she received and a picture of the chocolates. I don't have the screenshot of the responses, which is my fault. But there was a response. I think it might have been Rob, but somebody in the inner circle responded, "Don't thank us, thank Sarah's generous husband." So I did a video that I regret doing because it was a rare point in time, a rare moment where, like, this is a rare moment where I actually talked about Get Haunted, but it was more to point out the copyright copying of Mortal Kombat used in Third Eye Productions' new logo. But I took a hit at everybody in that video. It was more on riffraff after Mortal Kombat. It was pretty funny, but it pissed a lot of people off, including the mental case Angelina. And she started coming into my chat here on Fear the Living, our chat here on Fear the Living, and saying trash about what we did and how I didn't apologize to her personally because she needs apologies all the time for some reason. She's always asking for apologies.
I've noticed that.
And I said, I didn't see you over there enjoying those chocolates from Sarah's generous husband. No, I didn't say that. I said, I didn't see you over there enjoying those chocolates from the man you defend's girlfriend's husband, is what I said. And she started going in on another friend of ours, and it was so egregious. It's what sparked the "What Would Joker Do?" to WWJD. What would Joker do? Because you're doing what the Joker would do. You're acting like a villain. How could you not see this? And I thought that all looked really childish and petty on our site, and I didn't want that staying there. So I deleted the more on riffraff, and I deleted the comments about Rob and back and forth to Angelina. So since that went public for a short time anyway, they had to go into defense mode. So these guys went on Get Haunted and fabricated the story that I hacked Sarah's bank account. I knew her finances because I hacked her bank account. And Angelina was in on that, and so was Chris. and Rob. And the whole thing was, I'm looking at it, and the reason I know their finances is I look at social media and I saw them saying it. Master Hacker. Thank you. I worked hard on that. But what makes me sick, and I told you I'd turn back around to this, backtrack to it, is the word drama. I've seen so many people who knows what's going on, who have made peace with get haunted. That's your business, I guess. If that's what you want to do, I mean, kind of speaks ill of you. And let me just explain why. And this gets complicated because people are friends with friends who are friends of friends, and then it's like when a couple breaks up and friends don't know which side to take, and it's very messy. I don't take the side of the people who are trying to hurt other people, who dox people, who threaten people's lives, who fantasize about gunplay. We got a man who met with a couple who wanted to be left alone because he was harassing them, and they were going to say, look, I'll tell about everything about what I'm doing right now. They threatened to do this. Well, I didn't threaten. I'm just doing it. They threatened to do this. And he met with them and said he's taking a gun. We have the chats of that too. He's taking a gun with him. And Mike Castro offered to be his high ground. And I think he was. I think he did go, actually. And he was the high ground. With their guns. Playing fucking Call of Duty in real life. On a child playground by a school. By a Paracon. That happened.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't that involved or connected to a Paracon?
I mean, it was connected to Pennhurst. Pennhurst forgave and forgot.
Oh yes.
So you got this shit where, yeah, isn't that crazy? Now you understand my world, Doug.
You don't want to forget that kind of stuff.
So look, they make peace because they don't want the drama. They allow a man who threatened to shoot someone who's a regular vendor there. Another person who threatened to shoot another person who's a vendor there. People who bring guns to Paracons. People who threaten to behead a dog and murder a woman and doxed her. They dox people.
And sends their fans after them?
Sends their fans after them? Didn't someone try to go to Kristen's house or threaten to go to Kristen's house?
Yeah, someone said that they said it was right by their work. They'd pay her a visit.
Yeah, so a couple
that's
things.
Not easy at all. Holy crap.
Couple things.
Yeah.
It's not fucking drama when it's people's lives, when it's actual real threats. And these people, this isn't an online thing. Yeah, I live far away. Stevie lives far away, but the people directly involved in the original conflict, they have to run cross paths with him all the time, especially when these people don't want drama. Well, remember that when something happens to somebody at one of your cons. Remember that when shit goes south. Also, by the way, I am so sick and tired. This rant's about to end. I'm getting tired of talking about it. But I'm so sick and tired of the "you hurt my family." My children saw it.
Your grown adult children.
Mind your business.
Yeah.
Mind your business. It's not your business. No, I mean, I spent over 15 years making scum like you my business. It's not drama, and we didn't hurt anybody. What I did today, if your children are watching this, I'm not hurting your child. If your husband's watching this, I'm not hurting your husband. If Kristen or Sean sent an email to your husband through Proton Mail over 3 years ago, they didn't hurt your marriage or your family. Whatever they might have said in a chat on one of your lives didn't hurt your children or your family. You did it to yourself.
Exactly.
And you got Rob here going, "You're hurting my business. They're just trying to destroy my business." Even fucking Chris was like, all you people are. I'm gonna do a live. By the way, everybody threatens a live. That's their biggest threat. They threaten guns and violence, but they also threaten lives. I'll do a live. The rest does it all the time. I'm gonna do a live. I'll tell you everything. I'll do a live and talk about all you bitter people just trying to ruin a man's business. No. They did it to themselves. And you know it, Chris, because before I ever talked to you about how I met these people who I'm concerned about, that you're friends with, you acted like you didn't know, but you know about it already, and you didn't like it. So don't fuck with that shit, man. You're lying. You're dishonest people. You're bad people. And you bring this shit on yourselves.
100%.
It's all been said, I think. Any thoughts on this, Doug? By the way, guys, Doug's not involved in this. If you go after Doug, dude, hellfire and brimstone, man. Doug, what do you think?
Well, I think it's that old saying, don't start, nothing won't be nothing.
Right.
You
Fuck
know,
around,
if
find
you
out.
don't want somebody to be, if you don't want somebody to be saying that you're, you know, having an affair with a married woman, don't have an affair with a married
Or
woman.
brag about
Yeah.
it in your chats and to
Yeah.
everyone who will listen that you hang out with at haunts. What the fuck are you doing?
All these things are a direct result of your actions, the things you did.
And again, I don't. I actually empathize with Sarah in the respect of, and this is just blind empathy though. Like maybe she's in an unhappy marriage. It's not my business. It's none of our business. But like Rob did this too. You didn't just do it. Rob did it too, and Rob made it worse. And Rob called you his boss when I met you guys and talked for 3 hours about nothing. I think maybe he's trying to make it up to you by giving you the boss title because
That's
he
funny. He
fucked
told
her.
me, didn't he say to me she was his partner?
They say different things at different times.
Yeah.
They say different things. They are who they are. But in the end, all these people
Everything they
understand.
say, they're telling on themselves.
They're telling
yeah.
on themselves. Look, here's the deal. It's beyond this though. They're horrible people without the affair being a justification for things. Because there's other things they've done that I'm not even talking about today that would take 3 hours to go through. Honestly, and there's receipts. They're just horrible people. It's anyway.
Well,
Look at Doug's face. Look how red Doug's face is just hearing this story. That's what the story does.
I had not even heard of Get Haunted until I think around 2 years ago. I got one of their magazines. One.
You got to Get Haunted? Does that exist? There's a Get Haunted magazine? Was it ghosted?
Oh, well, the ghosted thing, yeah. But
I'm not.
it was not doing it. I didn't know. No,
I'm
but
not
I didn't
even
know
talking
about
about
them
ghosted
before
today.
that. I didn't even know about them before that, and they're just like the pillars of the community now, supposedly, because they work with Nesper. And it's like, no, guys, many of us had never ever heard of you.
Yeah.
So
They
I-
really wanted that partnership too.
Even getting that magazine, I didn't realize it was theirs until this stuff happened with Kristen and everything.
I think
And I look
people.
back at the magazine, I'm like, oh shit, these are horrible people.
I think people are so desperate. I mean, it can stretch on to freaking even to Bert from Retraced Echoes. Certain people, like Chris and Bert, latch on to people that Get Haunted and like Nesper because they think it's their break. They're so desperate to get a break. It's an opportunity. But look at this. Stevie and I have this podcast here, Fear the Living, that we want to see be very successful. We wouldn't mind living off of the money that comes in from the podcast if it ever gets that famous. We're never going to back the story of a predator.
Right.
Just for
Or
good
a
clicks and
liar.
views.
It's
Or a
just
liar.
you sold your soul at that point.
Absolutely. That's when the devil creeps in. The demon was in the house all along, but it wasn't invisible. It was living. Fear of the living. That's why we say that.
The demon is on the phone.
It's an awesome movie. Anyway, let's have fun. I've been ranting for a good while, and I'm tired of hearing myself yell. My daughter and wife were like, "What are you yelling about in there?" Anyway, we're gonna play if I can find it. Fake spiel or real deal. So fake spiel last week. We had 3 stories. Stevie picked what she thought was fake, and you all voted. This time, we got 18 votes. A lot more than the 8 we got last time. More than double.
I think I was saying the middle one was the fake one.
So Boy Time Traveler is what Stevie thought was fake. That's the middle one. We do have a tie between Boy Time Traveler and Stolen Gold Toilet. So since they're tied, I'm going to go ahead and defer to the whole, if there's a draw, the champion retains. You guys win with Time Traveler Boy. That is a fake story.
Love it.
Oh, wow.
Although the others do sound kind of fake.
Except we want it to be real.
Yeah.
We want Time Travel to be
It's
real.
a very cute story. But
Yeah,
Stevie,
I like that one. It was fun.
This week, you're hosting
Yay!
Real Spiel or
I'm
Fake
ready.
Deal. You're ready? Let's go.
All right. Okay. My first one, let me open this article. It is titled, I'll give you just the titles and then you can ask questions. British man playing fetch with dog accidentally records possible UFO zooming through the air. And then my second title is, as my internet takes forever to load it, paleontologists discover weird Pokemon ancestor of modern whales. And my third title is mysterious glow reported in cornfields linked to rare soil fungus.
Huh.
Doug, you're the guest. You asked the first questions about the first story. I believe it was a man playing with dog recorded a streak across the sky at a UFO.
Yes.
Yeah, that was. Did that say where that was?
In England, in the UK. It says it was in oh yeah, Worcester. Am I
Oh,
saying that
Worcester.
right? Malvern Hills near Worcester on
Wasn't it
August
Worcester?
2nd.
We've been through this before.
Worcester.
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 Yes, that one.
Yes.
She added an
Yes.
H, so this could be the fake one. Go ahead.
Well,
Like,
it's spelled. Yeah. Anyways.
it's spelled. Yeah, it's spelled.
She just
funny.
gave that
That's-
busted
there's
look.
a-
I think the game's over already.
there's a town. There's a city in Massachusetts that's named that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Is
If
that
you
where
go
it
back
is?
To,
Oh yeah,
No,
yeah.
it's in the UK.
no, it's from England. A lot of New England cities got their names from England.
Yeah.
But if you go back to, I'm blanking on his name. Oh, Happy Gilmore. The main guy.
Happy Gilmore.
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
Oh, Adam
thank you.
Sandler, the actor.
His
Okay.
first- yes, his first comedy album has a skit called Tollbooth Willie, and he is Tollbooth Willie at the Worcester Tolls in Massachusetts.
Oh my god, I love it.
So you can actually pull that up, and he says Worcester a whole bunch of times. So they can practice with that one.
That's great. I love it.
I can see that. I think he just likes saying the word. I can hear him saying
yeah.
it. Go ahead. Second question, Doug.
What breed of dog? Do we know that?
Yes, it actually says so. It says it's a 5-year-old Labrador.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay. That's your questions. Don't you can't follow up. My first question is, why was he filming?
It says he was just filming his dog catch a frisbee. Yeah, he was just filming his dog play.
But, I guess I would do that.
I mean, it's pretty impressive.
Oh, there's the videos on there, or the picture.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
Oh, does the I can't ask any follow up to it, but I'll just ask the question: is the object in the photo in the paper? Of course it is, right?
Yeah. They put it still in here.
Can I do an off the record question that doesn't relate to the game? Does it look like a UFO to you?
In the video, yes. In the still, no.
Ooh.
Because it's a streak in the still. You can't really tell.
I think I just cheated a third question there. I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine. It's a good question.
Remind Doug the second story, if you would.
The second
What was
story
the
was paleontologists discover weird Pokemon ancestor of modern whales. And Pokemon is in quotes.
Okay, that's a good explanation for that, because I was wondering. Go ahead.
Okay, so where was this discovered?
This was in Australia. Discovered on a beach in Australia.
Oh, there are some very strange things around Australia and New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
That's before you get to the beach.
How big was it?
It says measuring less than 10 feet and okay, so this was they're saying that they think it's called Janjucetus, I think I'm saying that right, but I'm probably saying it wrong, Doulardi, and they say it measured less than 10 feet.
That's pretty good size, though.
Yeah.
All right, well, there's my 2 questions.
All right. The thing that came up on the beach looks like a what Pokemon does it look like?
So they're saying that the Pokemon word is in quotes because they're saying it appears to be the first evolution of another whale.
From Pokemon.
Well, in real life.
In real life, okay. So just
they're
using
comparing it to Pokemon, how
the evolution
Pokemon evolve.
styles.
They start out one thing and then they become another.
Let's say evolution. Okay, so does this fish have teeth?
Yes, it actually says so. It says it has, so the description says it has bulbous eyes the size of tennis balls, razor sharp teeth, and a pointed snout.
Sounds like a Frankenstein fish.
It also says tiny little nubbins of legs.
Nubbins.
Little extra tip there on that.
I love it.
So they evolved to walking fish and then devolved back to swimming fish, apparently.
No. The article is saying it's a species related to a whale of today, and they think it's just an evolution of that whale.
What whale has feet?
No. The ancient one does. It has little nubbins.
You see what I'm saying though? Like we would have evolved into fish that can walk on land and then devolved back to fish that can't. How does that? It doesn't seem like the laws of nature fit that story. Anyway.
Well, it seems like that's what would happen today, though. Just come out on land and go, oh, no, this isn't all that good.
Yeah. Nope. Yeah.
Would it help if I read this little paragraph that explains it?
Maybe.
Okay, I'll
Maybe
read it.
not.
Researchers have named a bizarre prehistoric species of whale discovered on a beach in Australia. Janjucetus doulardi, that's probably so wrong, might have looked for the world like some weird kind of mashup between a whale, a seal, and a Pokemon, according to Eric Fitzgerald, a senior paleontologist at Museums Victoria Research Institute, who co-authored the paper on the discovery. Measuring less than 10 feet and roaming the oceans around 25 million years ago, the underwater beasts would have boasted bulbous eyes the size of tennis balls, razor-sharp teeth, and a pointed snout. Fitzgerald adds they may also have had tiny little nubbins of legs just projecting as stumps from the wall of the body. The first specimen comprising of partial skull with ear bones and teeth was found in 2019 by amateur fossil hunter Ross Dullard, a school principal after whom the species has now been named. Dullard says he plans to host a fossil party to celebrate the naming over the weekend. That's taken my concentration for 6 years, he said. I've had sleepless nights. I've dreamt about this whale. End quote.
This sounds like a really well thought out ChatGPT story. But let's see. Third story again?
Okay, third story's title was Mysterious Glow Reported in Cornfields Linked to Rare Soil Fungus.
Okay, so where does this one happen?
Iowa.
Oh, this is
Farmers in Iowa have reported it. Sorry.
And was it, is it able to glow in the daytime, or is it only noticeable at night?
It says, the article says at night. They noticed it in several cornfields at night.
Interesting.
All right, so that's my 2 questions.
In cornfields, huh? What color is the glow?
It says blue-green, glowing patches.
Is it dangerous?
I don't believe so. They're saying it's a soil fungus. It says agricultural scientists now suggest the phenomena is likely caused by a rare luminescent soil fungus interacting with unusually high levels of fertilizer nitrates after heavy summer rains. And then it says, locals remain unconvinced, especially after one farmer claimed the glowing shapes formed a perfect circle visible from the highway.
Oh, that's got to be aliens.
Yeah, it says
I was gonna
at
say it
first
makes more
residents feared,
sense. Yeah.
yeah, it says at first residents feared it might be linked to UFO activity or chemical spills.
Oh wow.
Sure.
Or both.
Those very safe chemical spills that we always see
Yeah.
and hear about.
Yeah,
I don't
totally
know,
not
man.
like those railroad
Exactly.
crashes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure now. I'm looking at the second story. It looks like it. You could think that it's so real because we don't know what's in the ocean. We still discover things, so it makes sense that we discover something new. But that could be a good reason to make it the fake story. But I'm
Right.
looking at the third story. I think it's more likely there's crop circles being made by an alien, and this is an excuse the government came up with.
I love that.
Yeah. So my thoughts on the three. Well, the first one involves a dog, so I'm going to believe that one.
I do the same.
Okay.
Um, to me the middle one does seem a little too weird, so I'm going to say that the middle one is probably the fake one.
Okay.
All right, so we'll put that poll up on Fear the Living's YouTube page. So go vote on that, folks, and see if you got it right this time, like you did last time with Stevie, because I had 5 minutes to put that together. Anyway, this has been. I'll do this without messing up this time, I think. This has been Fake Spiel or Real Deal. All right.
Hey.
Now we're going to move on to a different show. I've created a new game. I didn't create it. I stole it. Now, I think you guys, I told you guys about it before the recording. You guys know about it. There's a game that's on Jimmy Fallon's Tonight Show called Box of Lies. And basically you take a random box with a weird toy put together there, or weird things put together to make a strange image. And you describe it to the other person and choose if it's fake, or if it's a lie, or if they're telling the truth, because you can choose to make up their own thing. But the truth is usually so weird that it won't matter. So so I've come up with our version. I have actually gone after friends of mine and people I'm affiliated with who have podcasts and shows that are like really big shows. I'm like, why are you stealing games from other people? Make up your own stuff. And now I'm doing it because I love Box of Lies so much. So I'm a hypocrite. But I am introducing today our new game for Fear the Living. It is going to pop up on the screen in a second. Crypt of Deceit.
I love it.
So during the show, since it's pre-recorded, I'll be able to put the pictures right here. But for these guys, when they're giving the hints to each other and decide if the other one's lying, they'll see it pop up here and they'll see it revealed what the real picture is. So we start with our guest, Doug. Doug, start with, we have 3 pictures each. Go ahead and give your picture.
All right. Well, the first one is pure nightmare fuel. It is a Couch Patch Kid, actually made of cabbage. Like everything is all cabbage. And it's got the big black shiny eyes, dead eyes like a shark.
It's a black-eyed kid.
Black-eyed kid. That's a good reference.
Black-eyed lettuce kid.
I love it.
No cabbage, sorry.
You can ask whatever
I say
questions
that
you
one.
need. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was already ready to jump on board with this one. Does it appear to have like a baby face?
Oh yes. Yep.
Like the
It's
dolls? Oh my goodness.
It's a very cute, nightmare face. Yes.
Oh my god, I love it. Does it have on overalls?
It does not appear to have on overalls now.
Okay. I think that one's true.
Okay. Well, it is.
Oh, the Crypt
the
of
logo.
Deceit's in the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take that off. It's true.
Reveal. Oh my god. That's amazing.
All right,
I love it.
Stevie, let's go ahead and
My
go
turn.
with your first one.
Okay. It is. I'm sorry, I've got Neptune making a ton of noise over there. Okay. It is a cat is a cat riding an octopus. Son, are you gonna interrupt me? It's a cat riding an octopus. The octopus is purple. And the cat has on a fedora.
Huh. So how? So how big is the cat compared to the octopus that
They're the
it's
same
riding?
size. They're not proportioned correctly. Well, I mean,
Oh,
they could
geez.
be, I guess.
But they seem to be, yeah. Okay. Does it look like the octopus actually has the correct amount of arms?
Yes. I did count.
I am. I'm gonna say that this one is a truth.
Stevie's like the biggest truth teller I've ever seen, but she's good at this time.
Oh my God.
I thought I was about to mess it up because Neptune distracted me. I was like, oh shit, I've lost what I was trying to say.
You know, this makes me jealous that I didn't think of it. The octopus with the cat and the fedora, that was really good. I like this picture.
The cat popped in my head first, and I was like, what is it writing?
When I randomly selected this will be a lie, I was upset because I wanted to see that described.
Oh yeah, that would have been a fun one to describe.
Okay.
All right, Doug, you're number 2.
All right. So my number 2. It is one of those silver spheres from Phantasm. But reflected into it like this is definitely silver, but reflected into it, it's like that MC Escher painting where he's like drawing his own reflection. But but what's holding it is Johnny Five.
Oh my god, I love Johnny
The
Five.
short circuit. This is so bizarre.
I love Johnny number 5. I named my vacuum robot that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's who my shirt is today.
Oh, I see it.
Disassemble.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, no
Okay.
disassemble.
I want to say I want that one to be true, but I'm going to say that one's a lie.
Okay.
Stevie's good.
I only thought it was a lie because as soon as you said Johnny number 5, I was like, wait, can AI do that?
It might have been a concept. I don't know how I got Batman. The other one.
Yeah, remember that?
That was when I showed you in our test run. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is this is a
we have,
bamboo laptop with keys for keyboard and yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, that's why people are going after the AI companies, is because they just scraped everything ever.
Yep.
You know, including all the movies ever.
Yep. Like it'll randomly tell me it can't do something for copyright, but if I ask it again, it'll do it.
They just want you to use up one of your tries.
There you go.
Yeah, that.
Oh
and
my
they
god.
also want you to word it certain ways.
Oh yeah. Oh, I have ones that I think are like really, really well worded and are like, you can't include a child in this picture of a ghost. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What the
You're
heck?
like, what?
All right.
Oh, that's bizarre.
Stevie, you're number 2.
My next one. All right. Okay. I think the best way to describe this is it's a duct tape man or boy. It is a figure of a little person made of duct tape with. He's also a black-eyed kid. He has little beady black eyes.
Oh my god. Okay, is he is the duct tape like all the same color?
Yeah.
What color is it?
Is regular duct tape color is silver. I almost said duck cake.
Duck cake. I don't think I want that.
No.
Yeah, that sounds like that might be on a menu outside the U.S. Maybe. Did we just get the 2 questions?
You can ask as many questions as you need to determine if she's lying
Okay.
or being honest. Just don't be all night.
Right. Does it make it look like the little figure is wearing clothes, or just that it's all made of duct tape?
All duct tape, like the lettuce boy.
The lettuce boy.
Okay, just for fun, I'm gonna say this is false.
It's actually a
Oh,
mummy.
it's true.
It's a duct tape
Yes,
mummy.
I didn't even think of the word mummy. Yeah, I just thought duct tape wrap.
I made these back to back with Cabbage Patch Kid, and I was like, man, I need to start being more creative. but he
Yeah.
got it wrong. Stevie's winning.
It also reminds me of the big thing. It was big when I was in high school. I don't know if it's still a thing, but you used to be able to get like a scholarship if you made your prom attire out of all duct tape and then wore it and took pictures and sent it to the duct tape company.
Wow.
I never
Yeah,
heard
they
of
used to
that.
post the
Wow.
pictures on their website.
They're really bored in Tennessee, or is that somewhere else?
No, it was nationwide. It was really
Oh.
cool. Some of the stuff looked incredible.
All right. I'll have to check that out.
Okay.
Douglas, your third and final for you, cryptid deceit photo.
All right, my third and final one is, it's kind of a short He-Man with a red tank top on, in front of, kind of Castle Grayskull, but it's really short and it's mostly skull. And he's holding, instead of a sword, he's holding a little drink umbrella.
A little drink. Oh my god, I love it. Is the drink umbrella? Does it look like the wood stick and then the colorful top?
Yep.
I love it. What else? What were some more details about him? I just brain farted.
Well, it sort of looks like He-Man, but he's shorter than he should be. He has a red tank top on and blue shorts. And his brown boots look, mostly like his actual ones.
Okay. Are his? For some reason I'm picturing this, so I have to ask: are his arms longer than they should be?
In proportion, yes.
I'm gonna say true, just because I'm envisioning it.
Is this what you
Well, we
envisioned?
will see.
Oh my god, that's amazing!
Almost looks like it's a Castle Grayskull made out of the vodka head bottles there.
Yeah, it does look like that. It does. I definitely see that now.
All right,
That was a good
Stevie,
one.
you got one more image.
All right. Okay. It is. It is a 6-finger hand, five fingers and a thumb, with alfalfa growing out of the nails. Yeah.
Well, that's nightmare fuel.
Yeah, it really is.
Alfalfa. Okay. Does it look like an older hand or a younger hand?
A younger hand.
Okay. And is it like just barely growing out of the fingernails, or is it like really long?
Just barely looks like baby sprouts.
Okay. I'm gonna say true because this sounds horrible.
Yeah, I'm not sure my mind could come up
There you
with
go.
Oh, that's freaky.
that. Isn't that freaky? It kind of looks like two hands together, like with the thumb on each side.
Yeah. It almost looks like early AI where they couldn't figure out.
Exactly, yes.
It still happens. It still happens sometimes.
It does, yes. It's a great tell.
So that has been Crypto Deceit. Ooh.
That was really fun.
Should put music to that. All right. So I've introduced a new game. We won't be doing those both every week, but we'll mix them up a little bit. But I thought it was fun to do that and introduce that. I hope you guys liked it. You think it was good? Viewers,
Oh, I thought it was
That
fun.
was fun.
I'm watching you comment. I'm in the premiere. All right. I'm watching your comments right now, even though it says pre-recorded. See that? It's amazing. So I want to tell you the reason why I know about the whole you can't, because it sounds weird. I should put more to it. You can't include a child in that situation. Sounds bad. I was gonna make another still just like the demon on the back of the motorcycle, but it would be Linus from Peanuts covering the motorcycle's eyes in the blanket that he's attached to back at the Warren house.
Oh, geez.
Because
That's funny.
Oh, geez.
that's an analogy for me for the ages. Like, imagine Linus goes on a killing spree and dies an evil man. but he has an
Well,
attachment to his blanket, so they lock his blanket
Yeah.
safely in a case. And Linus goes around causing havoc when you tease the blanket. But the blanket's safe
Sort
to
of.
lock away.
Right.
That's amazing.
They sort of, not exactly, but they kind of did that a little bit on Robot Chicken.
Did they?
Oh,
Because they did the thing with the Great Pumpkin, but turned it into a horror movie.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, they're allowed to do
And,
I
that.
didn't see that
Linus
one.
was
Dang.
Linus was devoted to the Great Pumpkin, so he started like killing everybody for the Great Pumpkin.
Oh my god, I love it.
Did we miss anything? I know you made notes, Doug. So you make sure you didn't miss anything important. I know you do charity
well,
with the Ghostbusters unit.
Oh, yep. I troop around with several Ghostbuster groups. The main one that I am doing events with right now are the 802 Ghostbusters out of Vermont. And Sony has just done a thing starting this year called Ghostbusters Give Back, where they're raising money for actually special, like gowns for the kids to wear while they're in the hospital that actually look like the Ghostbuster uniforms.
Oh, that's so
Um,
sweet.
Love it.
They're trying to raise $250,000, and Sony is matching the first $150,000.
Great.
So it's all the various Ghostbuster groups most of the Ghostbuster groups raise money for charity anyways. Was everybody working together, and Sony is matching the money.
That is so cool.
That's awesome. I will link that in the show description. I got a lot of links to put in the show description today.
Yeah, definitely check out the description for all those links.
That is very appreciated.
Well, what else did we miss, Doug? Anything?
Well, there was the stuff of the video of Elton that was released saying that he wanted to create a Dybbuk house.
Oh my God, we did miss that, didn't we? Oh, because that should have fit with the earlier stuff.
That's kind of a large topic, though. We've already been going for a bit.
I think we might bring you back for another show.
I would say we could definitely do that. You could talk about the history of the Dybbuk box and everything, and then we could talk about Elton.
Yeah,
and
because this is actually almost a 2-hour show now.
Oh, that would be cool.
It's because of the games we play,
but
in the Get Haunted
I think
show.
it would be also a good topic too because of him now pushing more fake stories in the Warrens' house. So it's just more proof that he's full of shit.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's, like attracts like, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we'd love to have you back, Doug. You've been just as fun.
Yeah,
as
I'd like
the
to have
known
you talk
names
about
that-
the Dybbuk history.
I'm glad we did this. This has been a fun episode. Thank you guys for
Thank
joining
you
us.
for having me, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you, viewers, for viewing us. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, tell people about the week challenge. Tell people about that. In the meantime, we got much more to cover in future episodes. I'm sure there's going to be an amazing live Get Haunted soon about me. By
Actually,
the way,
Do a reaction video.
we can do a reaction.
Chris, I have a
video.
tiny little cliffhanger surprise for you, maybe.
Ooh, I like surprises.
So, I don't have concrete. I don't have permission. There we go. I don't have permission yet, but I'm working on it. I may have a wig challenge for you.
Wow.
I was presented with some information. I'm trying to convince the person to let me share.
Even if it's like a negotiation of what details to share, because again, we're not trying to like out people. We're not trying to
And
make people say things
I
they
told
don't
them
want.
absolutely they don't have to go into detail. I just want to be able to share that it did happen.
Okay. All right, that's amazing. I did not see that coming.
As a surprise, I was keeping for you.
Oh,
that's
I'm excited.
Oh, that's great.
Yes. That's
Yes,
nice. That's a
some
nice
sort of proof that
cliffhanger.
some sort of proof that more stuff happened than just pasta nights at that restaurant for years.
Maybe
That
maybe
we-
proof against
that we heard
stuff
about.
happening.
Oh,
Yeah, that's one of the things we were looking for, right? We want to know the truth. So if it was a good investigation and they were kind to you and good to you, that's good. We want to hear that too.
right. Yeah,
So wow.
Hear all the truth.
Yep.
This isn't a lead from Florio, is it?
No.
Because Florio was on here just the last episode talking about how a listener told her that, was it a listener or somebody contacted her and said that
Someone in her comments, I think, yeah.
So they tried to get the Warrens to investigate, and the Warrens they wouldn't agree with the Warrens to try to benefit off of their haunting.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I've actually heard that before too,
From
from
other people.
other
Oh,
people. Yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah, this one just came into my inbox this morning.
Hmm. Wow. Hot off the
This is
presses.
good. This is good. Oh wow. Well, thank you all. I've kept you long enough. Half you people have already logged off and said goodnight because it's late in the UK where a lot of our viewers are. Um, until next time. See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye,
See you sometime, folks.
everybody.